AEW Dynasty is done. The inaugural edition of this brand new pay-per-view from All Elite Wrestling has concluded. And I think it was good. I think it was a great show. On this channel, I don't plan to talk about a lot of the negatives. I don't plan to be one of those people that just constantly bash the thing that they watch for whatever reason. I mean, I'll mention some of the things I don't agree with, but I'm not going to like harp on it and, just pound on things that I don't like. I want to focus on the positives. I want to focus on the good things that I enjoyed, that hopefully you enjoyed. So let's dive into it. Dynasty overall was great. I think it was a fantastic show, especially for an inaugural edition of a pay-per-view. You definitely want to have a solid show so that hopefully people want to see a second Dynasty. The FTW title match was the only thing I didn't like. And ironically, it was the only thing I got wrong on my predictions video. I did not think Chris Jericho was going to win. I don't think he needed to win. I don't know why he went. I don't know. That's the only negative I have for this match. And this match, this show, this pay-per-view, this event, this premium live event. No, we don't do those here. I didn't like it. But moving on to the things I did like. The trios match. The first one, not the second one. The Ring of Honor 6-man tag and the AEW trios tag titles have been unified. The correct team won. Bullet Club Gold. The Bang Bang Yang. I'm happy about it. I love those guys. I think they're doing fantastic work. The Guns, Jay White, that's just been a beautiful pairing. You throw in Juice Robinson in there as well when he returns, and it's amazing. I think it's good chemistry. I could see them adding maybe one or two more people just to kind of spice things up, give it a bit of variety. But for what it is, I think it's great. They are the new unified World Trios champions. I think that's great. I didn't think they would get rid of the Ring of Honor belts, so that part kind of sucks. I was hoping they would just maybe win the titles and then maybe relinquish them so that we can have new trios teams be built up within Ring of Honor. But I'm not sure if that's the direction they're going. We'll see. Time will tell. Great match. Excited to see where the trios division goes from here. I hope that they don't just feed the trios division and the trios titles to the Elite storyline. I hope they don't just like shoehorn that, because they've done that already. Back when Hangman and the Bucks did that and they won the Ring of Honor trios titles, that was a thing. Let's not retread that. That's already happened. But great match. The TBS title. Let's talk about the women's division for a little bit. The TBS title. Julia Hart, phenomenal champion, phenomenal character work. She is so young, but she is so talented. She is a diamond in the rough. And I don't think she's peaked yet. Unfortunate that her title reign is ending because of a storyline and not because someone was built up to beat her for it specifically, like a feud with her. Like, I know Willow and Statlander have been feuding with, Julia Hart and Sky Blue, and they've been kind of going back and forth, but I don't feel like Willow Nightingale beating Julia Hart was the conclusion of that storyline. It just doesn't feel like it. It feels like it's just a footnote in the storyline of Mercedes Moné versus Willow Nightingale, and this over here isn't getting the payoff that I feel like it deserved. But I love Willow. I think Willow Nightingale is a breath of fresh air in professional wrestling. Her positivity, her bubbliness, her personality, her organic personality. I think pro wrestling needs more of it. I think it's beautiful. I love her. I think she's a fantastic person, and I really do hope that she beats Mercedes Moné at Double or Nothing. But I think the writing's on the wall there. Fortunately, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't hate Mercedes Moné. I don't hate Sasha Banks. I love her. I think she's a fantastic athlete. I think she's a phenomenal personality. I think she creates a presence when she comes to the arena, when she comes to the ring. It just seems a bit forced. But hey, Tony Khan himself said in the post-show, the rankings division only matters for the world titles. The rankings only matter for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship and the AEW Women's World Championship. That's the only place the rankings matter. The TNT title, the TBS title, the international title, the continental title, rankings don't matter for those. Cool. I'm glad that we've presented that, so maybe people are going to stop complaining about it, although I'm sure that they still will, because not everybody watches the post-show interviews, the post press conferences. I think they're great. I love them. And then leading into the other women's match, we had Toni Storm, Thunder Rosa. Again, beautiful. Thunder Rosa looked really good in that powder blue, that light blue. Thought she looked phenomenal. Loved it. Great stuff. But the story here is Toni Storm continuing her reign and leading into Mariah May, hopefully going to dethrone her, because back at the post pay-per-view press conference, somebody asked Toni Storm, hey, how do you feel about Mariah May moving up the rankings, which, again, mentioning the rankings in the women's division and the world title divisions where they matter, and Toni Storm just left. So it's clear that they're continuing to build that up, and I really hope the payoff is at Double or Nothing, and they don't continue to drag it out too long, because that, I feel like, could hurt. As for the women's division as a whole, I think they're doing phenomenal stuff, but I would like to see some feuds start being created that aren't revolving around the championships. That would be nice. I think that's the next step for the women's division in AEW. Let's start building up some feuds, some rivalries that don't revolve around the championships, so that way we can have more than just 1 or 2 matches on the show. We can get more of a split there. What else do we got? We've had the international title. Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, they put on an undisputed performance. I thought it was a great match. Solid outing for both men. Nothing fanastical. What? Is that a word? Fanastical? Nothing over the top here. It was a very solid match between the two guys. I thought it was great. It could have went either way, honestly, but that's not the story here. Like I said, Roderick Strong, I felt like he was going to retain here. And then you had Adam Cole return afterwards and stand up from the wheelchair. And they kind of dropped some seeds that maybe Wardlow might be getting the boot from the Undisputed Kingdom. We'll see what happens with that. I don't think Wardlow should be in a group, honestly. I think he should just be going on a tear on himself, by himself, like whatever. Maybe he's the catalyst that breaks down the Undisputed Kingdom. Maybe he's like, you know what? Screw you guys. I'm actually going to take your titles, not just, defend you with them. So I'm curious to see where Kyle O'Reilly goes here. He definitely deserved this match after everything he's been through with his injury and being out for so long. So he deserved this pay-per-view match. He deserved a part on that card. And I think he's a phenomenal individual as well as a phenomenal athlete. Then, let's lead into the other 6-man tag match. We had Adam Copeland, Mark Briscoe, Eddie Kingston versus the House of Black. Yes, I had to have those names written down so I didn't forget them all. Great match. The story here is obviously leading to Malachi Black versus Adam Copeland for the TNT Championship, which I think is the right move. I thought we would do that match here, but it looks like they want to drag the story out, which I kind of thought might happen. Malachi Black pinning Adam Copeland for the win is a wonderful visual. It gives us feelings that, wow, he beat the champion, so now he's going to challenge for the champion, and maybe at Double or Nothing, we get that Malachi Black singles match versus Adam Copeland, because Malachi doesn't do a lot of singles matches. I don't know why. It just doesn't happen, but whatever. I think those two are going to put on a great story. Edge, Adam Copeland got hit with the mist, so I'm curious to see if that's going to affect him at all, because the storyline with the House of Black is once you get misted, something happens to you, and I think the only thing that happened to Willow Nightingale was she started barking at Brody King, which I think is great, but it's nice to see that her positivity shined through that, and the misting didn't really affect her that much. But I don't know where Mark Briscoe goes from here. Maybe he goes to Ring of Honor, full time, and they just start building up that brand a little more. Eddie Kingston's the wild card here. You can slot him in anywhere on your card, and he will fit. I'm not really sure storyline wise where he goes from here. He's just kind of there at the moment, but I hope that changes because Eddie's a phenomenal man, and maybe he goes for the international title. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he can have a storyline that doesn't revolve around the title. Who knows? Then we had the Young Bucks FTR ladder match. Again, I knew the Young Bucks were going to win this. I had a feeling the storyline just is there. It was a great match between these two teams. A lot of callbacks, a lot of good moments. Having Jack Perry return, which a lot of people foresaw happening, and unfortunately, due to dirt sheets, and they just have to break a story. It was, oh, he's done in New Japan. He's coming back. Okay, great. Thanks for ruining that, you stupid mother... I genuinely don't like dirt sheets. I think they're dumb. I think it's stupid just to try to put something out there just for some clicks. Just enjoy the damn show and report on it afterwards. Like, there's certain things about wrestling I don't like, and that's an aspect of it. I get it. I respect it. You're trying to do some work out there, but god damn, just leave some stuff alone. Like, but regardless, let's not take that away. We had a great match. We got the visual that I thought we would get. It happened backstage with Kazuchika Okada and the Young Bucks. They had their titles. Okada retaining the Continental title in a great match against Pac, which I thought that would be the outcome. Great match. We knew the outcome. Awesome. Young Bucks regain the tag team titles. They are now the 3-time AEW World Tag Team Champions, and I think it's great. Again, I don't know where FTR goes from here. I hope they find something to do with them and they don't just disappear into the wind. The tag team division could use some help, the tag team division could use a bit of a revival. So we'll see what happens. Then we had our double main event. We had Bryan Danielson, Will Ospreay. Beautiful match. It was beautiful. Will Ospreay is phenomenal. He's come so far in these last 5 years, and this year alone, he's put on a handful of Match of the Year candidates, and this match with Danielson might be Match of the Decade candidate, maybe for the 2020s, or whatever we're calling this decade. Great match, great ending with the selling of the injury, and him in the post-conference retiring the Tiger Driver. I thought that was great. Curious to see where they go from here. I wonder how long this Don Callis family stuff is going to drag on before they turn on the Golden Goose, because I just think Ospreay is a face, and that group is obviously a group of heels. That dynamic doesn't work, but we'll see where we go from there. World title match: Samoa Joe, Swerve Strickland. It was definitely Swerve's house that night. Samoa Joe was a great champion. I'm not going to cut him short like a lot of people have been doing online. I've been seeing that's been weird. That's stupid. Why would you think that? Samoa Joe has been great. He was not a transitional champion. He held the title pretty strongly for a good amount of time. He brought some staying power to it. He was a legitimate champion. Wasn't just a guy they handed the belt to for a day or two. He had some fantastic defenses. Had some fantastic moments as champion. And I don't see any negatives in that title run at all. It was a deserved world title for a legend in this industry who was overlooked in some other promotions, and I'm happy for him. I hope he's proud of his championship run. I'm happy for it, and it is time for the new era, and Swerve Strickland is gonna lead that new era with AEW. He is the new champion. It's deserved. His rise has been happening over time. They've had a really slow burn with Swerve, but it wasn't like slow to the point where it got annoying. It was like, okay, it made sense. He feuded with Hangman. That thing happened with Hangman. The feud with Hangman kind of went away. Now he faced Joe one-on-one, and he beat him. Beat him straight up. Like, it wasn't dirty. It wasn't any heelish tactics. He beat Samoa Joe. And I think that's something that will be celebrated and should be celebrated. He is now the AEW World Champion. And I'm excited to see where it goes. I think one of the signs of a good pay-per-view is when it's over, you're ready for the next one. Like all right, Dynasty's over. I am ready for Double or Nothing. I'm ready. Let's go. Like, I don't know if y'all are enjoying AEW's current product. Let me know in the comments if you are. I hope you are. I am. I'm enjoying pro wrestling as a whole. For the record, on this channel, there is no tribalism. I don't care about AEW versus WWE versus anybody else. I like them all. I think everybody is firing on all cylinders, and it's great. But this video right here is talking about AEW. We're talking about Dynasty. I thought it was a great show. Let me know in the comments what y'all thought of Dynasty. Are you happy with the direction of AEW? Let me know. I'd like to talk to you. And have a good day.